everybody, and welcome to the video. So let's talk about body work. This has been on my mind because I've been doing all these direct path experiments at the moment are related to the body, seeing the body as awareness. Now, I was reading a chapter of a different book by Goode. A book's called After Awareness. It goes into more detail and talks about what he actually experiences now after self-realization or non-dual realization, and other things connected. And one thing that he talks about is how the direct path has a lot of body work in it. We get this, the direct path that we all know comes from Atmananda Krishna Menon, who influenced Jean Klein. And Jean Klein was a physician and a musicologist, and he, after the Second World War, apparently fought in the resistance. He was German, but he lived in France, and he sounds French, but he fought in the resistance, and he went to India. And he learnt Advaita Vedanta from a classical teacher. He also learnt yoga in the Kashmiri tradition, which I'm not sure if there really is a yoga, Kashmiri yoga, but this is, he learnt this yoga that's just very much not athletic yoga, but more about sensing the body. And he was the teacher. Oh, and he mainly teaches direct path from Atmananda Krishna Menon. He combines these together. Now, he taught Francis Lucille, and Francis Lucille taught Rupert Spira. So if you're into Rupert Spira, you'll see that, at least in the early videos, there were a lot about sensing the body, closing your eyes and sensing the body and just exploring the body. And this element in the direct path teaching, this is also in Greg Goode's approach in this book that we're looking at together, you and I, or the people who watched those videos, and myself. And at this moment, we're seeing how awareness points directly, sensations of the body point directly to awareness. They're not, the sensation of your hand, we normally think it goes through your hand, up the arm, that you can feel there in the position, proprioception, to the brain. The brain creates everything inside. But in our direct experience, we see it as being, there's the hand touching the table, there's a feeling of touching. There's also, there's the visual, if you don't close your eyes, the visual sensation. And then there's the feeling proprioception of the arm in a certain position. And all of these are kind of rising together in awareness. I'm doing a video on proprioception that will be released on Thursday. In that video, I'd probably like to correct something I said, that they happen simultaneously, but things can't really happen simultaneously. But when we get to looking at whether they are happening simultaneously, whether all these sensations are rising simultaneously, that's really quite far down in exploring the mind and how time works and things like that. But, so we see the body as a rising awareness. Each thing simultaneously, there we go. That's not really simultaneously, but for the moment we'll say simultaneously happening. So sensation arising of the touch, sensation arising of the arm, sensation all together, directly arising out of awareness, not going through these invisible paths. There is a place for biology and medicine, though. We are not exploring. We're not going to become surgeons. We are not going to cut people open. It's fine that we can explore our direct experience of the world. It's just an additional, it's like learning musical instruments or learning to sing songs. You learn one song and then you can learn a different song. And just because you learn this song, it doesn't really mean that the first song is completely useless. You just got two songs. Biology and medicine is really good for what it's for one purpose. It's not always very good, but they try their best. So, and, if somebody were to, I don't know, do a heart operation on me, cut me open, I would hope they would be studying biology. and medicine, not non-dual. Oh, don't worry, it's just the heart. But so we've got a vocabulary for medicine, and we've got a vocabulary for our non-dual exploration, which has got a different goal, which is the goal of seeing exactly what's going on here on a deeper level to bring us peace and happiness, unending. And if you're a spiritual person, this is actually maybe more important than other things. But we shouldn't neglect the body, do spiritual bypassing. It should really be something integrated. Otherwise, we get to the point like Nisargadatta, my hero, who's just smoking these cigarettes, and people question him, but you're addicted to cigarettes. And he said, it's just the body. It's just the body. What we've got to do, or what the direct path does, is it integrates the body. It's a embodied enlightenment. We don't reject the body. Well, we do. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind. But we explore the body, see it as awareness in all its wonder and lightness and transparency. And as we explore it, it's not this heavy thing you're dragging around, but this light, luminous awareness that expresses things. And Great Goode talks about how people who take up this non-dual path, the direct path, can find that seeing the body like this, exploring the body in awareness as awareness, gives them new dynamic quality to their lives. He says that they take up inline skating. I don't actually know what that is. Different to skating, but there you go. I'm not much good with sports. Or they take up skiing, or they take up these things. So you go dancing, and when normally dancing would make you feel free, you've been doing it with this luminous body of awareness, and you feel free for days. The effect just keeps humming in you, this wonderful lightness. So although there is a place for just mind-centered, non-dual search, the jnana yoga is the path of knowledge. It's a path of Shavana, Manana, Nididhyasana. You hear the teaching, you study it, ask questions, and then you embody it, or just let it settle, let it stabilize in you, this understanding. It's a very knowledge-based approach. But if we don't integrate the body in this, then we've become, somebody put a comment in a while back saying that once you see that your awareness, you can't go back, you can't unsee it. And he said, sometimes I miss being a human. And this is important. One of the people that Great Goode mentioned is Scott Killaby, and he writes about this type of exploration of the body, more for addiction and more for removing contractions, which is a particularly Western approach to the body, something that I haven't really looked into. But he said that people come to him, and he has a center for non-dual exploration, whatever, and they come to him and they say they're enlightened. They've got kind of a hollow look in their eyes, and he speculates, and they may have problems with addiction still, and he speculates that that's because of this. In the direct path that we're studying together, this book, it's important to go through the body, because if we skip the body, we can have a feeling of perfect understanding of everything's awareness. My mind, they're just thoughts. I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my mind. I'm not my body. I'm not this. But we still kind of got an anchor, this thing that we're carrying around, this heavy lump that causes so many problems. It keeps me here and not there. And, it makes, as much as you try to say I'm not the body, I think the answer is to integrate the body into the bigger awareness. Not kind of return, accept that I am the body, but the body is part of the awareness and is an expression of all this. Klein says that that you have to listen, and you listen to the body, and you sensing the body basically, and soon everything points directly to awareness. So you sense the body, and it points you to awareness. So it goes from focusing on the body to focusing on awareness. Other styles of meditation and non-dual approach take the body first. Mindfulness, you're aware of your body, what position it's in. You begin there, and that takes you into the present moment. So I think there is a place for this, and not just mental, to make it more whole enlightenment, an embodied enlightenment, a true feeling that we are everything, and it's not just like we're hiding bits underneath the carpet. So, yes, and I'll try to do some more proper, the non-dual experiment's quite dry. I'll try to do some more kind of meditation ones, the style of, maybe exploring the body in a more meditative way. Tell me if you'd be interested in that. Thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you. Goodbye.